So what'd you do when you graduated?
When I graduated high school, I went to school. I went to cosmetology school. I was single, had fun.
You broke up with your high school boyfriend at the end of high school? Mm-hmm. Really?
Maybe like a year or two after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so you were single and partying?
I did my wild girl for like 2-3 years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I became a stripper.
You became a stripper?
Yeah.
What motivated you to do this?
So I was working in a daycare, and originally I wanted to go to school to be a teacher. Mm-hmm. And I got like an internship at a preschool, and that was enough for me to know that no.
Really?
Hell no.
You hated dealing with the little children.
Yeah. So I went to Miami like a girls trip, and we went to Tootsie's, and I got to talking to one of the strippers, and I was like, it was just like curiosity, how much money do you make? She was like, oh, she said it so nonchalant. Like to me, $2,000 a night, I was like my jaw was on the floor.
Because you thought you were going to make that a week.
Yeah, no, right.
Not
like,
even?
But she was saying that that's what she was making a night. I was like, there's no fucking way.
Right.
So the next week I drove back to Miami by myself, and I basically bought myself a stripper starter kit.
What did that consist of?
You know, like pleaser heels and some lingerie, like basic lingerie. And I threw myself in there, and I started working. And the first night I made $1,000, and that was it. I was like, this is it.
So you could have been a school teacher. This is like a critical decision point for a lot of young women, right?
It was. And I was struggling a lot. I was really, really struggling to make ends meet. I was just like, and I wasn't happy with that choice. So I chose to be a stripper.
And how did you like the actual experience of it once you started being a stripper?
I learned a lot. To be street smart, to be like, just pay attention to people's mannerisms and how they talk and how they react to things. Like, it taught me a lot. It taught me to, I'm more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just more vigilant. Like, I'm more aware of people and intentions and stuff like that. It taught me a lot.
And did you enjoy it, or was
I did. Those were the best years of my life.
Really?
Honestly. Those were the best years. Like, I don't strip anymore, and sometimes I miss it.
Really?
Yeah. So I worked at Tootsie's for a couple of months. That wasn't my jam. I overheard some girls talking about going to different places and trying out Atlanta. I went to Atlanta. I got a job over there, and I stayed there. And yeah, that was like the best, 4 or 5 years of my life.
Why was Atlanta so much better than?
It's more of like a party. Uh-huh. I think Miami is just more serious when it comes to like their strip clubs. Like, they're really going in those VIPs and like going in, and Atlanta's not like that. Like, you could really make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 at the time.
Miami's more about.
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I feel
was
like
there pressure on you to do that?
Yeah.
And did you ever get into that side of things?
No.
Not a or two?
Mm-mm. No. And especially not in Atlanta. Atlanta, it was very, like I said, it's a party. Like, guys would go to the club and throw hundreds of thousands of dollars and just be happy that, like, they're not even paying attention to the girls half the time. They're just like throwing money. Uh-huh. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Right.
It was a good time.
Who are you dating during this time period? Are you meeting guys while stripping or no?
No, I was just dancing, living my life, making money.
No man. How long ago was that? Like, I don't even know how old you are, so I don't know when that was.
Okay, so I stopped dancing, like...
Those things are huge. You just poked them up at me.
I know, sorry.
I couldn't help but notice. Jesus Christ. Okay.
It's a lot to take in.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I felt like, given the circumstance, I could just mention that.
It's okay.
They were probably thinking it, a lot of them. Too.
They probably were. That's probably the first thing.
I don't know if that water bottle's obscuring them. There's like one horny dude out there that really appreciated that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Maybe a bunch of them. I don't know. I could see it being like a majority opinion.
Thank you.
Yeah. Water bottle, like cursing it the whole time.
water bottle.
So, do you have any good stories from the Atlanta strip club part of your life?
Oh my God. It's also like, it's like a blur. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, I have so many stories.
Were you getting f***ed up?
I drank a lot for sure. And that time, I'm not ashamed to say it, but kind of, I did drink a lot. That was like the most I drank.
I mean, I feel like most strippers at some point make drinking part of it because otherwise it would be pretty awkward.
Yeah. No, and you know, I went through my phases too while I was dancing where I was just like, no, I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to drink anything at all. But then I was like, I'll take an Adderall. You know what I mean? Like it's tougher than it looks, guys. I know it looks like a lot of fun, but it's, you know, when you're going like 7 days a week and, you know, you're really hustling, like, yeah, you're tired and you got to show face, you know, you got to make it fun. That's how you make money.
And you got to be friendly to these guys who realistically you might be in here 50 hours this week, but this is the only couple of hours that they're here.
Exactly.
And you have to not give off that vibe of wanting to unalive yourself.
Right. Right. And there were times, obviously. I mean, I think if you're a dancer, you've had those moments where you're just like not into it. But people could feel that. They feel that energy. Have you ever been to a strip club and been like, yeah, this is not into this right now?
Oh, yeah.
Next.
Meanwhile, the girls who have like energy and some spunk on stage,
you're
it's
happy.
Just so much more endearing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like you're more attracted to them, of course.
Yeah. The fun-loving gal.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what the dancer's supposed to be. And another thing that I like about dancing in Atlanta was that you could have kind of like a little bit of an attitude and guys just was like, it was just normal.
Really?
Yeah.
Whereas some other cities, you kind of have to suck up to the dudes or what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I worked in Tampa and Tampa ain't no attitude over there. Like you really have to be just like bubbly and happy and sweet and kind to even like the meanest, nastiest guy. Like, I don't know. Just when I worked in Atlanta, I was just myself. And
was Atlanta all like drug dealers and like rappers and shit trying to show off how rich they are?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's like your clientele that you got to like impress.
They get it.
Right.
So you could be how you want to be and they get it.
But how often are they like full court press trying to bang you?
Every
But like, how do you deal with it as a stripper?
I don't know. I feel like it just naturally, I don't know. I think that I come off like somebody that they want to actually hang out with. Mm-hmm. And so it's once they feel like they can hang out with you outside of there and they treat you differently. You know what I mean? Like, and now they're your regulars, they're coming around, they're asking for you. You know what I mean? Like,
but like you're making a couple $1,000s in a night. How do you not hang out with a dude who wants to pay you $10,000, $20,000 to hang out?
To hang out?
Whatever that may entail.
I'm hanging out. $20,000. Where are we going?
But I assume that opportunity presented itself to you in the strip club.
Yeah, no, but there's a lot of bullshitters in there too. They'll tell you that bullshit, and then it's like you got to know like who's actually about that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure the girls talk.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Help sort that out.
Oh, we talk. We know.
Right.
Yeah, the girls.
The harshest critics of men of all time.
You know
club,
what I think would be so hilarious?
What?
A show where it was just like strippers locker room. Hilarious. If you guys only knew the shit that goes on back there and the shit that we talk about.
Really? Oh my God. See, that's why you can't give a girl some weak ass. They're just going to go backstage at their strip club and then talk about it.
Weak ass game, like all of that. We talk about it for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys are making fun of guys for their weak outfits?
Sometimes.
Damn.
Sometimes.
That could be me. I'm glad I'm out the game.